Hello YouTubers, this is Jughead82. Today I want to review a DVD that I just recently bought and I had a chance to watch. It's a great movie. If you haven't seen it yet, I think it's time for you to get some money together and buy it. The DVD is called The Wrestler. First thing I have to say, if you're not even a wrestling fan, this DVD is still a good buy because it's just so filled with more than what you would think it would be. Just because the title says The Wrestler, you understand that the person who is a wrestler is a very, you know what I'm saying, the movie shines out a lot about what this person is and so forth. The movie has Melissa Tomei in it, and it also stars Evan Rachel Wood, who plays Stephanie, his daughter. Of course, the main character, played by Mickey Rourke, is a guy by the name of Randy the Bram Robinson. If you watch this movie, you'll see that it kind of mirrors some of the real life situations that most wrestlers go through who were in the WWE or WCW, who were at one time wrestling in front of 60,000 fans and who are still actively wrestling to this day. The movie is almost like a biopic for some who say that the movie kind of mirrors or reflects in some parts Superfly Jimmy Snuka, but like I said, this movie probably reflects some majority of the wrestlers who wrestled back in the 70s and 80s and even some in the 90s. And I believe that this movie is a great movie to watch. The movie kicks off with Mickey Rourke wrestling, of course. And when you first watch the movie, you're like, okay, this is wrestling, you know what I'm saying? It's they choreographing the moves and everything when the movie first starts off. It's talking pretty much about the matches, and once it's over, you sit there and see that the guy's life is pretty much just a whirlwind. It's like what you see is not what you see. It's two sides to a mirror. And once he gets home, he goes to his trailer because he lives in a trailer park. And he's locked out of his trailer because he hasn't been able to make the bills because of that, and so he ends up sleeping in his van for the night. His daughter in the movie is estranged daughter. I mean, they barely even talk, and he finally picks up enough oomph to go see his daughter. And most of the things in the movie that help him to build up his self-esteem is the woman in the movie who Melissa Tomei plays. She plays a stripper, and she's kind of like his guiding light, if you will. But she still has problems in her own life, but yet and still she, kind of helps him along his way. So it's basically two people trying to help each other. He has a side job other than wrestling where he works at this grocery store, and he's not really getting hours or getting wage benefits or money, anything, to try to just better himself. So he ends up pretty much just slumping along part-time at the job. The movie really shows a bunch of wrestlers. If you watch the movie, you'll notice a couple of wrestlers in the movie, like Ron the Truth Killings, who is of course with the WWE now, and so forth. You would see a couple of them. If you're a wrestling fan, you will know most of these wrestlers. The movie, it's got two special features on it. For the special features, it has a thing on there about basically the making of the wrestler, and it's pretty in depth. It kind of talks about everything as it relates to how the story got together to put the movie together and so forth, and it's pretty decent. It also has a couple of matches showing how they choreographed the matches in general, and it kind of lets you know what people see and what they see. Meaning that when you sit back and watch it, you're watching the movie, but when they actually shot the scenes for the movie, when they were wrestling, they had the people in the crowd. Most of them were either clueless on the fact that it was actually a movie being made, or some of them were into it because, of course, the director had to direct some of the people in the crowd to at least, do certain cheers and stuff and boos to certain parts. So in some way, the movie would choreograph that to a full extent. It also has a music video by Bruce Springsteen, which is really good. It's pretty decent, and the movie, I'm sorry, it kind of, it tears you up because through all the things he's done in his career, meaning the wrestler Randy the Ram, he is constantly being confronted with things in his life, because in the movie you will understand why. I'm gonna give you a detail. He suffers a heart attack, and it's after he has this like hardcore like style match, and he is in the hospital. He finally gets out of the hospital, but the doctors tell him that his wrestling days are over. He cannot do the things he's doing and still, have an existence, if you will. So he, what I'm saying, he tries to better himself, not only for his daughter, but he's trying to build a relationship with the Melissa Tomei's character. But what happens is he starts to fall off of his real goals in life, and he falls back down. He starts doing the same thing he was doing at first. He gets into a situation where he's back sniffing coke and with scrippers and all that, because they remember him when he used to wrestle and stuff. And what happens is he made a promise to his daughter, because they started kind of building a bond again, to get back in touch with her and start doing things. But what happens is the date that they were supposed to meet, he was, of course, he was out of it. He was gone from the the coke and all that partying and stuff. So he ends up trying to apologize to her, but at this point she's fed up with it. She doesn't want to hear anything about it. So he's right back to square zip. And Melissa Tomei's character, like I said, she has a messed up situation in her situation too, because she's trying to understand him, but then she doesn't want to be hurt, meaning that she doesn't want to be put in a situation where she has to feel that this person isn't going to be there always for her. And she's like considering him a customer and stuff, but she constantly has like vice versa dueling personalities about the situation in general. And he kind of wants to get her out of the lifestyle, and he wants her to be with him, but of course she rejects him. So this kind of shows him that he doesn't have any kind of love coming from either his daughter or his would-be girlfriend. So he decides to just go and get back in the ring one more time, even though the doctor told him not to. And of course the ending of the movie, it was done pretty decent, and it kind of leaves you thinking whether or not he died in the ring or he didn't, because at the end of the movie they show him leaping off the top rope, finna finish off his opponent with his finishing move and whatnot, and it goes blank. And I like how they just ended it like that. So it kind of says, well, what happened? What happened? The movie, of course, has received the Golden Globe Awards and so forth. The movie's main actor, Mickey Rourke, was also nominated for an Academy Award, because trust me, this movie, he really pulled his heart out, and this movie really shows it. Like I said, if you haven't watched this on DVD yet, you have to watch this. This is The Wrestler, and it's a must-buy if you're gonna really want to watch a movie. And it's, like I said, it's not just dealing with wrestling, but it's also dealing with a person who's putting himself at ends with the world around him, and it shows the life of a wrestler. This is a great DVD, like I said once again. I hope y'all buy it, and thank you for listening to my review. This is Jughead82 signing off. Thank you.